Hello everyone, welcome back to Professor095's another toy review. Today I will be reviewing one of the most unique Sentais ever made, Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger versus Keisatsu Sentai Patranger. And they are morphers. So this is their morpher, and it's a show between thieves and police, and they all use the same single morpher. So it's like thieves versus the police, but they use like the same gun, but they use like a different kinds of like gadgets onto it, which you're gonna see later on. So this is the VS changer. So it's basically a gun. There's rail systems, the lights here, and there's the barrel. Over here you have the flip ones, there's the speakers. You have the battery holders here. I think it takes 3 AAA batteries or 2 AAAs. I forgot, but yeah. So to reveal this, this is the release button. So without further ado, let's turn it on, and the on off button is here. Alright, if you can't see that, I'm gonna turn it off again. Hold on. Alright, so that's the sound, and it shoots. It has this kind of shooting sounds. One thing about this changer is that it's really bright and it's really loud, so which is a good thing. So what are the traits design is that you have orange, and you have white, and you have all the black. This handle here, so this handle here allows you to just like rotate up, or you just like rotate down, depending if you're like using Lupinranger's gadgets, or you use Patranger's gadgets, which you guys might see in a moment. So other than that, I think that's all it shoots. That's all on the normal sounds. Now, let's get into the gadgets, which is the Lupin collection. Now, the Lupinrangers uses the dial fighters, alright. Called in the Japanese, it's called a dial fighter, dial fighters and stuff. So most of dial fighters, they are based on aviation vehicles such as jets, helicopters, and stuff. This is what the thieves uses, Lupinrangers use. So if you have the Lupinrangers logo, it has a dial, it spins and stuff. It's based on a jet, and yeah, that's it. The dial fighters. Now the police, however, the Patrangers, uses something called the trigger machines. So trigger machines, as you can see, all of them are land-based vehicles, and they have triggers on the back, hence why they are called trigger machines. One of the gimmicks is that if you push the trigger on the back, it becomes like this. Like their mecha has all of this special modes and all that stuff. I might review sometime if I had hands-on on their robots and stuff, but all of them are components for their robots. So if you rotate long enough, that if you can see the head over here, and yeah, that becomes the head part of the their respective robots and stuff. Well, this one you can just pull out, and then yeah, there's a head over there. That's going to be Pato Kaiser, and this is going to be Lupin Kaiser. So that's that. That's that. So we have the trigger machines, and you have the dial fighters. Now let's start with the Lupinrangers first. So basically, you just slide this on here. Oh, okay. You just slide carefully over here, and then just push. Now press this button. Alright, so now you are Lupinranger. I think I like it how that kind of like Persona-esque music and something like that. Which is really cool. Which is really nice and stuff. So if you can see really properly here, and this is, you can see the Lupinranger's logo. Okay, so that's the Thief's logo and stuff. And they had a masquerade, and then they have that like I've demonstrated, these dials actually they don't work. It's just basically the buttons. Let me show you. But to release this any Lupin collections, you just have to press this black button and then you have to release it. Now what the dials do is that if you can see this latch here, and if I keep on doing this and that, you'll see that it pops out. Now what it does actually is just pressing this and this button in order the way to activate the sounds. The dials don't actually do anything, it's actually for show, but if you want for a show accuracy, that's how they do it. So if I just do it again, Kaitou change. And then just shoot. The Lupinranger, if you can hear it. Which is glorious, I like that. Alright, now you have transformed your Lupinranger. Now you have to basically just summon the mecha. So the mecha is basically like any of the trigger machines like on the top. So if to order to like release their machines and stuff, you just put just push back into this mode and then you rotate it back. Tobe means fly. So basically it's just like releasing, like just rotate and then you release, shoot, and then voila, your mecha becomes big and that becomes like one of your Zords and stuff. So yeah, that's the Lupinranger's part. Now if you want to, I think you can just like release like that and then you're fine. So we're done with Lupinranger. Now let's get to Patranger. Patranger is unique. Like I said, this is a very unique TV series. Like Lupinranger moves up, Patranger moves down, because they can fly and they are on the land. So yeah, so there's that. So without further ado, this is red trigger machine. I think Patoren Ichigo Keisatsu. So like Keisatsu change. It changes into Paterize, which you have the loop and then you press that button and then push this button. Now you're Patoren Ichigo, the Red Ranger of the Patrangers. Now if you can see, that's the sound of like that's the Lupinranger's logo. I don't know if you can see that. It's very Patranger's logo. It's very hard. And it has this explosive sound. Like I said, trigger machines, they become the triggers of this gun instead of this one, which is really nice. Now if you want to summon the mecha, just turn it back. Hashire means run. So yeah, their mechas just go from the bottom, which is nice. I can't fully, I don't remember what's the translation of this. I can't really fully remember the transformations, the whole sounds of this one, but nonetheless, there is actually a cool concept, a cool toys that one changer can become the morphers of like two teams, and they were at odds with each other. So what are my final thoughts on this one? Final thoughts on this. This gun in itself is quite boring. Not until when you have all of this dial fighter and the trigger machines together. It actually makes the whole thing like very, very nice. So, but my biggest complaint, I wouldn't say complain, but if I were to compare the vehicles and the mecha of its own, dial fighters and the Lupin Kaiser actually takes the cake. Their robots looks nice. They have good vehicles and good mechas and stuff. But mecha wise, if I were to compare Patrangers, they weren't like super nice. It just looks meh to me. It just looks normal. Looks policy, but I don't think I dig that idea. I prefer Lupin's Kaiser. But if you were to slap these vehicles on its own and put it on the gun, Patranger actually did it way better. I'm just gonna... Never mind. Patranger actually has a good design because it blends in and stuff and actually looks like a real gun and all. But if you were to use Lupin Rangers and then rotate it, it doesn't seem that nice and stuff. And also you cannot rotate on the back because it's blocked by this thing. I don't think, and depends on any dial fighters. If they are small enough, they can rotate to the back, but there are some vehicles that you can rotate to the bottom. Dial fighters you can return the bottom, but this one you can actually just slide on top. Wait, I'm just gonna have to... Oh wait, I have to close this one. Alright. You can just do like this, or you can just go up. It's fine, but I don't like this. This is actually way nicer compared to Lupin Ranger's form of like transforming and stuff. And also, since they are using the pin system, there are a few things that you have to remember. One, you cannot use any other series pin system to fit into here. Like for example, you cannot use Tokyuja's pin system and slide it in here. It doesn't fit. Don't do that. What else? Full bottles. It doesn't fit. Don't do that. It doesn't fit. Don't do that. Don't force it. There's also shift cars. Let's say I'm gonna take one over here. It doesn't fit. Don't do that. All right. It only specifies for this toy line only. So don't try to use any other similar pin systems and try to slide in here. Is bad. So yeah, I think that's the overall part of this VS changer. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. So would I recommend this toy? Unless you have a whole set of like Lupin Rangers and Patrangers mecha, I might recommend you to get this, but on its own it's quite boring. But if you have a lot of these their vehicles and all that stuff, it's very good. You have a lot of sounds into it. Yeah. Get one, I guess. So there has been like the review of VS Changer. This has been Professor095 signing out. Bye.